Hello and welcome. In today's video, we're going to be talking about uh, sabotaging yourself and stop holding yourself back. 3 ways you're sabotaging yourself and you might not even know about it. So, one of those ways that you are sabotaging yourself without even knowing about it is your thoughts. The thoughts are, I like to call them a tricky wicket. They can sneak up on you when you don't even know about it. We have subconscious programs just running all the time. And often we are running our adult life from subconscious programmings from the time we were a child. And this is not a great recipe for success when you're an adult. So, number one is your thoughts. Number two are your words. Your words are powerful. You can think of them as prayers. You can think of them as spells. Whatever you do, think of them as powerful. So, what you are speaking, you want to make sure you are speaking in a way that you are creating what you want in your life. So, let me give you an example. We often use words that have underlying feelings associated with them. So, one of those words is the word should. Should, should, should. I should do this. I should do that. I should do this. I ought to do that. Some other variation. That word is such a shaming and guilt ridden word that every time we should on ourselves, it is really creating this sense of obligation inside of us, guilt for things we haven't done, shame for things that we have done. And our words are powerful. So when clients are working with me, I typically ask them to start paying attention. This is the mindfulness part of what I do. Start paying attention to certain words that I give them. And then we start to reframe the way that they speak so that they remove those words out of their vocabulary. And what gets challenging is we don't even realize, first of all, how often we're using these particular words. Next, we don't realize how to shift that. We start to realize when we're attempting to shift it, we get almost locked up, like we cannot seem to get to the other side of it. So there is a process that I help you work through so that we start to reframe those words. So that's number two, your words. Number three are your actions. I like to, there's a great quote. I think it may be by Desmond Tutu. I'm not 100% about that. I need to look because I reference this a lot. And the quote is, at some point, we've got to start pulling people out of the river and figure out why they're falling into the river in the first place. So what that means in the way of actions is, let's say you're always finding yourself, or it seems that you're always finding yourself in some sort of predicament, making the same mistakes over and over and over again, or finding that you're having behaviors that you're upset about and you want to know how to change them. This shows up a lot for people in their choices or their boundaries when they're wanting to set a boundary and they're not quite sure how to set one, so they're trying to set a boundary and then they get tripped up in the moment and then they're mad at themselves, and it's this whole cycle that we go through. So there are, when you think about the quote that I mentioned. So what we want to do is we want to look at those situations and say, okay, let's start from that point and let's go backwards and let's figure out where you actually fell into the river in the first place. And if we figure out why you fell into the river, when you fell into the river, and help you get better skills in that area, then you stop falling in the river and you actually start to take a different route. So, those are the three ways that you are holding yourself back without even really knowing. Number one is your thoughts. Number two are your words. And number three are your actions. Which one is causing you the most trouble? Do you know? Sometimes we don't know what we don't know. And that's when it's also helpful to have someone to help us on the journey. I am Tammy Coin, your holistic alchemist, and I'm inviting you to schedule your complimentary holistic consultation with me. It's about an hour. It's free. We get together, we talk about what you have going on, what I do, and see if we're a good fit to help you get to the other side. So, if you are enjoying the content on these videos, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.